ladies and gentlemen, we are about underway. Having some brief technical issues to start. Hopefully, things clear up. And this is not good. Welcome, welcome. My buttons are not working. Uh, Not a good start to the day, ladies and gentlemen. So, Im Chong Yu on down. ERA of .83, ladies and gentlemen. .83. Three games. He's given up 2 runs in those 3 games. So he is what you would say is having himself a start to the season. No way. Is that what I did? Oh, I hope I didn't. I did do that. I'm an idiot. That's why it didn't work yesterday. I just realized what I did yesterday and I have messed everything up. Sure, I'm in the right one. All right. Well, I'm gonna be fixing everything once again today, and hopefully it fixes it well enough. Kim Jong Chan, the first pitch is a ball. Again, I have to get these buttons back to working. So you'll have to give me a, slight break to start this game as he pops that one up. That'll be Moonbo Young in foul territory and one away. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't honestly. I don't know who she is. I don't know what she looks like. So you'll have to tell me. But it is the LG game. It's the game that you want, right? All right. EJ Hyun steps in, and the first pitch is a ball on the inside. Want to know? Yeah, and I'm having to go through and redo all of the mess ups that I created yesterday. And that is in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now. And that just catches the outside corner, and it's 1-2 or 2-1 now. So the Samsung looking for their first hit of the week. Still, they were no hit yesterday, as that is in there for a strike, and it's 2-2. So, like I said, you'll have to give me a few minutes here to redo all my controls, as that's fouled into his foot, and it'll stay 2-2. I will get broadcast as much as I can as soon as I get this all fixed. I hit the wrong button yesterday and thought everything was off, but I think we're fine now, as that is in the dirt. And ladies and gentlemen, we've got our first full count of the day. It took a whole 2 batters. And here comes the 3-2 pitch. And that is going to be a single up the middle of their first hit of the week, ladies and gentlemen. The first hit of the week, and they've got a base runner. Ladies and gentlemen, the Samsung Lions have a base runner, as they have just shown it on the screen. In case you were wondering, a big deal, as they were no hit yesterday by the LG Twins. A team no hit bid, and Gu Jauk will step in. This is what you need right here. And that is going to be lifted into right field and drop down. And EJ Hyun will head on over to third base as they've now got runners on a second and third with only one out. As that is going to bring up Kang Min Ho. Oh, we got to hurry up and get this fixed. Because if they score, I don't have buttons. And that is low, and it's ball one. I'm really not liking the fact that they do not have a score bug on the screen for this game. Not a fan of this. As a oh, it's at the very bottom. That is weird. I just saw it. The very bottom of the screen. I am not a fan of that. Oh my, who made that decision? All right, here comes the 1-1, 2. Kang Min Ho, one out, runner on second and third. He swings, it's ball two, and it's 1-2 now. The LG manager is waiting for his punishment, most likely a fine. I would love to see a game suspension, as that was just absolutely ridiculous the way he acted in that game. And the 1-2, he held up, and it'll be 2-2. And he gets out and he lifts that to right field. That should be deep enough. Hong Chang-gi grabs it. TJ Hyun will score, and Gu Jauk will move over to third base. And just like that, it is 1-0. Gu Jauk also moves up. He's now 90 feet away. All right, that'll bring up Diaz. Two outs now. And he looks at ball one, just missed apparently. Apparently, my buttons aren't fixed yet. There we go. Now it's fixed. That is inside, and it's 2-0. And a swing and a miss on ball three, and it's a 2-1 now. 19 pitches for Im Chang Gyu here in the top of the first, and he's given up one hit or he's given up 2 runs in his first 2 games total, as that's going to be fouled away, and it'll be 2-2. So already matched his total for the other ones. Running away with the league until their manager gets suspended, and they've already lost their second 4-run arm, as that is fouled away, and we'll keep it at 2-2. Hernandez is out for at least 6 weeks. And that's going to be a ground ball through the left side. Gujauk will score a run as Diaz comes up with the 2-out RBI. And just like that, it's 2-0. Sammy Songi. That'll bring up Kim Hun Gon, the right fielder, and he looks at strike one on the inside as Im Chong Gyu has already given up the most runs he's given up in a game here in the top of the first. And that is low, ball one. 24 pitches here in the top of the first for Im Chong Gyu, and that runs inside, and it's ball two, 2-1. 2-1, and that is crushed. And at the warning track is Kim Hyun Soo, and that will be 3 away. But they get themselves two runs on a pair of singles, a double, and a sacrifice fly, and we will go to the bottom of the first. I don't have a. It's not quite ready yet. So let's see if we can manually do this. We have a couple runs. Throw some hits in there. There we go. All right, so there we go. Rough first inning for Im Chong Gyu, but LG can put up their own points fairly quickly, so anything to be too concerned about. Chaewon Tae will be making his first start against his former team. Again, he played with LG last year. Came over from the uh, Kium Heroes in a trade, and then won a championship with LG. Chaewon Tae on the mound, 3 games, 2-0, 16 innings, a 262 batting average against, 11 walks, 16 strikeouts, and a 1.69 whip. Last year, obviously, he didn't play against LG because, well, he was on their team. But the season before that, in 2023, he pitched in 2 games, a 4.22 ERA, 0-1. Oh, that's wrong. Sorry. He pitched actually really well. He had a ERA of 0.95 in 3 games against LG. So maybe that was why LG signed him and was like, hey, you are like really good against us. Maybe you can be really good against everyone else. But so a big offseason signing for Samsung is they trying to put together a better starting rotation to take a little bit of relief off of the bullpen is still trying to get everything situated and fixed, guys. So you have to give me a little bit of a break here. And the first pitch to Hong Chang-gi is in there for a strike. Oh my lord, why is this not working? So it's now 1-1. For some reason, all my buttons still aren't working. And that catches the inside corner, and it's 1-2. Hong Chang-gi is not afraid to hit with 2 strikes, so not a big deal here. He's back up in the top of the lineup. He was not in the order over the weekend whenever I streamed the Doosan versus LG game. He is back up at the top of the lineup after, I guess, being in timeout for a while as he sets up right down the middle and catches him looking on a nasty pitch that just catches the inside corner. And that is 1 away. Again, give me a break here. My one-man crew. Kim Hyun Soo steps in. He's hitting 353 on the season. He actually had a really bad start to the season. Was taken off the not off the roster, but was out of the starting lineup, and it's a 1-1 count now. And that is right back to him, and that will be 2 away. Okay, I got it all set now. All right, now I'm ready. Now I'm ready. Sorry about the quality delay. Is I finally got everything entered and ready to go. All right, Austin steps in 303 on the season, and he calls timeout already. And the first pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1. And the 0-1 pitch, that is lifted into left field, but Gujauk is right there. And that will be 1-2-3 for LG in the first. That means Samsung will go to the second inning. Samsung's up 2-0. 6, I can get everything else caught up. Mary Kate, did you see her? Is she there at the game? All right, so 26 pitches in that first inning for Im Chang Yu versus 10 pitches for Chewan Tae. To make sure my stuff is still working. Oh, wrong button. So, they'll have the number 7 hitter coming up for Samsung in to start this inning. There we go. So Pak Byung Ho, the DH again. I'm really surprised that he is still in the lineup, hitting 172 on the season. Is not hitting well. Has not been hitting well, and the looks at just strike one on the inside corner. They did have some roster moves, I believe, today because they have a new number 8 hitter, or maybe it was just yesterday that they had the change. Yep. So EJ Hye and Anju Hyung both came up yesterday. It's 0-2. And that's going to be a ground ball. Diving stop by OG Wan. The throw across the mound or ground. And Austin with the tag. Ran the throw a little up the line. And Austin makes the catch and tags Pak Byung Ho as he's running past. And that's will be 1 away. way back at the grass. And there we go. And that's ball one. There we go. Oh, a nice diving step all the way back on the grass, the throw across the diamond, and he gets him. And that's going to bring up Anju Hyung. Last year, 218, and getting his first at bat of the season, and it's already 2 0. Sets up right down the middle in the 2 0, misses outside, and it's 3 0. 32 pitches already for Im Chong-gyu here in the top of the second with one out. And the old number three sets up on the inside corner and catches the corner, and it's 3-1 now. So again, getting his first start of the season is actually not even his first start. His first appearance is he has no batting average. Again, hit 218 last year for Samsung in the Futures League as he fouls that one away, and we've got ourselves another lovely full count. Second batter in the first inning, full count. Second batter in the second inning, full counts. So in the second league, he did hit 320 in 15 games, 8 for 25. No home runs though. And here we go, and that is going to be a ground ball to the second baseman. He picks it up, throws, and two away. Had a little strange hop there as it hit the edge of the grass and just kind of fell and died. So quick two outs, and Im Chong Yu trying to revive that pitch count. 9 pitches so far here in the second inning. And that brings up Jun Byung-woo. Jun Byung-woo looks at strike one on the outside corner on the curveball. Im Chong-gyu, 4 pitches, fastball most of the time, 37% of the time, 138. So he's not throwing hard. Curveball 108, super slow curve. And that is going to be a chopper foul, and it's going to be 0-2. Then from there, change up 26% of the time, 125. And then occasionally he'll throw a slider just 7% of the time. So he's only throwing 2, 3, 4 a game. The 90 pitches, 90 to 100 pitches is what he's going to throw. And here comes the 0-2 pitch. Well, looky there, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a 0-2 count with a right-handed pitcher and a right-handed batter. And you'll never guess what just happened. Oh, yes, you're right. They did throw a ball in the other batter's box. All right, here comes the 1-2. And they doesn't get him on the curveball as he just gets a piece of it, and it'll stay 1-2. Park Dong-won back behind the plate, making all kinds of movements. In his career, he is 2 for 10, and he fouls that one off, and it stays 1-2. 14 pitches, and now in this inning for Im Chong-gyu, 40 pitches total. And fouled away. Run that pitch count up, get into the bullpen. Im Chong-gyu, 5.2 innings in his second outing. The first outing of his season was the complete game shutout against Hana. And here comes, that is outside, and it's 2-2 now. So last game, 7 innings, 80 pitches. Only 80 pitches, gave up 5 hits, 1 homer, but no walks, 5 strikeouts, 5 in the first game, 5 in the second game, 5 in the third game. As he misses low, and that's ball 3, and we've got another full count here. Fouled off a couple and is waiting for his pitch. The leadoff batter is on deck, who started the game with a pop fly to the third baseman in foul territory. And he sets up on the outside corner, and beautiful curveball gets him looking. And that will be strikeouts number 1 of the day for Im Chong-gyu. And we will go to the bottom of the second. It's 2-0 Samson. Not the well, a clean inning, but that's 9 pitch at bats is again really working against him and his pitch count as he's 18 that inning. He's now at 44 pitches through 2 innings. Chewante is sitting at 10 through the first inning. All righty, righty, righty. So bottom of the second coming up. They will have Moonbo Young currently sitting at number 1 in WAR for the entire league at 1.40. Having another solid season as he had a great season last year. Finally crossed that 20 home run plateau that he had been missing. Career high in home runs, 22. He was 8, 9, and 10 in his first 3 years. Oh, thank you. What is it? Something Raider, a true Raider. I'm gonna guess that. I'm a true Raider. I'm gonna go with that. Hopefully, I'm not. Thank you, thank you. All right, it's Moonbo Young. There we go. 57 games, 56 RBIs this season. 18 games and 19 RBIs, and the first pitch is fouled away, and it's 0-1. Oh, Moonbo Young hitting 364 on the season, 4 home runs, 18 RBIs with an OPS of 1.034. And that is in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. Not much wind today. Occasional gusts here and there, but for the most part, it seems kind of calm at the stadium. And here comes the 0-2 pitch. Just misses inside, and it's 1-2. So one strikeout in the top of or bottom of the first. And here comes the 1-2 pitch. That's up on the inside corner, and that's going to be a ground ball to the third baseman. It throws across the diamond, and that's one away. Thank you, whoever just did that. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, OG Juan steps in, 286 on the season, 2 homers, 3 RBIs, and a ball 1 in the dirt, 1-0. Hmm. 1-0 pitch sets up right down the middle, and that just clips the top of the zone, and it's 1-1. Well, time he has been in the number 5 spots. I don't know why that's a statistic. As that does miss, and that's 2-1 now. See how much they can start running up this pitch counts. As that Chewante has struggled with command already on this season. And that is absolutely crushed. He's going to need a ticket to no off the bottom of the wall, and OG Juan will have the first hit of the day for LG as he's going to be standing on second base with a 1-out double. Tomorrow will be Hanwha and SSG. So it'll be Ryuhan Jin versus Mitch White. Mitch White is supposed to make his KBO debut. Yeah, this week is all LG and SSG. Next week, probably have some Lotte Hanwha in there, as that misses way upstairs. It's a 1-0. Moon Sung-ju hitting 393 on the season. He actually started the season in the second league. I'm not sure why, but I know he was down in the second league when they started, because they actually started like a week before the KBO, the first league, and he was playing down in the first league whenever I was streaming one of the preseason games or the spring games. And yeah, there we go. As that's going to be picked off is OG Wan, and they throw to the shortstop, and they'll tag him out. And just like that, they once again run themselves out of a base runner, out of scoring position. Good Lord. Like, what was he doing? Like, honestly, like, what was he doing? How is it possible that you can be, your entire team can be so bad at base running every single year? Oh, like, that was not even like, as that is going to be a strike one in there, and that's probably going to be a big turning point in this game. Again, you just had a one out double, and then you get picked off when you're in scoring position, and that is upstairs 3-1. How many times is no? Let's look here. As that does clip the corner, and as we've got another full count here. First full count of the day for LG. Pak Dong-won standing on deck. Doesn't have his helmet on, though. That is really dangerous. I'm not even going to lie. That's going to be ball 4. Could have runners on first and second with nobody outs, or with one out, but instead you're going to have a runner on first with 2 outs. So as far as LG on this season, let's check here. Failed steals, they have 5. As far as stealing percentage, they are at 783, but they have ran into 7 outs. Now that's so again, they try to run all the time and they get thrown out all the time. So attempts, the 23 attempts versus 18 successfuls, as that's a big swing and a miss from Mr. Full Swing himself, as he almost loses his helmet there. Evening, Alan. You just missed a beautiful pickoff because the runner at second tried to go to third when the ball was still in the pitcher's hand. And the 0-1 is in the dirt, and it's 1-1. Oh, Chewante, mainly fastball. 53% of the time he's going to throw his four seam, 144 kilometers an hour. From there, slider at 19%, changeup 17, and then a curveball 8% of the time. And that misses upstairs, and it's 2-1. All right, yeah, 53% of the time. Yeah, check my notes all the time. Squeaky chair is back. All right, here comes the 2-1. Sets up down the middle, and that is ripped into the outfield wall. Is that's a 2-run shot by Pak Dong-won. It could be a 3-runner. And just like that, the game is tied at 2-2 as he hangs the slider right across the middle of the plates. And that ties the game. LG makes him pay on the walk. That's going to bring up Pake Mean. Pake Mean first at bats as he fakes the bunt and it's outside 1 and 0. There we go. Could be 3-2 with 1 out, but no. And the 2-2 is he bunts it right at the dirt. The second baseman grabs it, and that will be 3 away. We'll go to the third inning, but well, it's 2-2 because of the 2-run shot by Pak Dong-wan. Making him pay about the walk. I said before he even walked that he's had command issues on the season. He's got 12 walks to go with his 16 strikeouts. He's got 1 walk today that is makes the game tied. "20 pitches in that inning and gives him 30 for the day. All right, we've got the top of the third coming up. Im Chang-gyu back out on the mound. A little bit better last inning with just the 18 pitches, 44 now on the day, but he's got to feel much better about himself after giving up the 2 runs in the first inning and then sitting here now. He's going to face the top of the order once again, and this time with another tie game. Let's try this. Work? All right, there we go. All right, Kim Sung-yoon steps in. He's 0 for 1 on the day, popped up to the third baseman in foul territory, as that is a big bunt, but foul, and it's 0-1. The gnats and flies are a present in Seoul. Every single game, it doesn't matter if it's you know 3 degrees or if it's 30 degrees. It is the bugs are right around home plate and the pitcher's mound. Does it really take you that long to get the video? All right, here comes the 0-1 pitch. And a beautiful curveball in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. Kim Sung-yoon. Yeah. Is it your internet? Is it the internet issue or is it the soup stream? Ah, that's what I was wondering. Is it something that is your issue or is it a soup issue? So it sounds like it's a you issue. All right, here comes the 1-2 pitch.
너무
Thank you.
감사합니다.
Kim Sejong. Kim Sejong. As that is going to be I think, a swing and a miss. I was trying to see who read the name, but anyway, that's a strikeout. It's 1 away as it is a swinging strikeout. Second strikeout of the day for Im Chang-gyu. They'll bring up the number 2 hitter as EJ Hyun steps in, looks at just strike 1. He singled and scored a run in his first at bat. Yeah. The 0-1 is in there for strike, and it's 0-2. 50 pitches now for Im Chang-gyu is EJ Hyun. Calls timeout again. And here we go. The 0-2 pitch in the other batter's box, because why wouldn't you? So you just use satellite then? Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss at the top of the zone, and that's strikeout number three, second of the inning. Two outs is after the rough first inning. He is locked in now. Oh wow! And that is a strike to Gujauk, and it's 0-1. Gujauk with a double and a run scored in his first at bats. 1 for 1 on the day, and that is way outside. 1-1. And the 1-1 is lifted up into the air. Center fielder Pakamin under it. And that'll be three away. 1, 2, 3 goes Samsung once again. As we'll go to the bottom of the third. It's tied up at twos. What? You mean you don't have any of that? No water, no sanitation? You just like pump from a well and bury it in the backyard? 11 pitches that inning for Im Chang Yu. His pitch count is cleaning up a little bit. 55 pitches now through his three innings. Chewan Tae is sitting at 30 pitches. He'll face the 9-1-2 hitters coming up in the third inning. Elsewhere around the league, SSG is up 2-1 against Hanwha. KT's up 2-0 against Kia, and Lotte up to a quick 2-0 lead against Kium. Again, the Bears and NC are not playing as they are still dealing with the stadium issues in Changwon. They announced this earlier this week that the weekday series that should have been Samsung, or the weekend series that should have been next week in Changwon is now switched. So the Daegu series next weekend will be played in Daegu, and the Changwon series that should have been played will be played later on during a week. All right, Shinmin J steps in, and the first pitch is swinging. Shortstop grabs it, throws across, and one pitch, one out. They'll flip the lineup back over. Oh yeah, I know. You need to just get you a biodegradable one. All right, Hong Chang Yi steps in. He struck out looking in his first at bat, 0 for 1, and first pitch is fouled away, and it's 0-1. Very odd, very odd to see Hong Chang Yi swinging at the first pitch. He's usually gonna see two or three pitches. And here comes the 0-1, a swing and a miss on a pitch below the zone, and it's 0-2. And Hong Chang Yi, for the last 2 years, has led the league in on base percentage. He is struggling this year at just a 255 average. As far as his on base percentage, it's still fairly decent because he does walk a little bit as he fouls that one away, and it stays 0-2. His on base percentage, we'll give her a quick look, 397. Again, on base percentage is perfectly fine. He does have one stolen base. He's struck out 15 times and he's walked 13 times. As here comes the 0-2 pitch, and that's going to be a ground ball. Shortstop scoops it, throws on the run, and in time. as a two away. Had to hurry a little bit as Hong Chang-gi does have a little bit of speed. Not the fastest guy in the world, but he'll get down the line plenty fast as he's a big, tall guy and he is a left-handed hitter. Nice play by EJ Hyun over at shorts, going to his right to scooping it up and throwing across. Gets him in time. And that'll bring up Kim Hyun Soo, a 1-3 ground out in his first at bats. Looks at ball one there, and it's 1 0. And the 1 0 pitch lifted foul, and it's 1 1. Umpire asked for some more baseballs. And that is outside and up, and it's 2 1. And the 2-1 is about the exact same spot, which is nowhere near the strike zone, and it's 3-1. And the 3-1, that's going to be ball four. He had a 2 outs walk, a last inning that came home on the home run. We'll see what happens here as Austin Dean, ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. Austin Dean, Austin Dean, ding. I'm so entertaining. All right, Austin Dean. He is 0 for 1 on the day. Flew out to left at the warning track in his first at bats and looks at ball one up and in, and it's 1 0. And that was a hanging curveball that he wishes he would have parked in the outfield stands. But it's 1-1 now. Right, the 1-1 pitch misses low, and it's 2-1. Austin ding 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 ding. And the 2-1 is upstairs, and it's 3-1. I said it earlier, and I'll say it again. He has struggled with command despite being 2-0 on the season. He has struggled with command. 12 walks with 16 strikeouts in 16 innings. He's walked two today. He's got a 3-1 count here as he sets up on the outside, and that is going to be a ball four. He's walked two straight batters. As now you've got runners on first and seconds with 2 outs, bringing up Moonbo Young, who again is the current WAR leader for the KBO. He hasn't really he started out really well. Hasn't quite been doing as well. And a swing and a miss on the outside. A big swing there as he was trying to make it 5-2. The 0-1 pitch coming up. Moonbo Young with runners in scoring position at 273 on the season, and he fouls that one away. It was right down the middle, and it's now 0-2. And runs inside, and it's 1-2. He just missed. He thought he had it, but obviously he did not. Right to the 1-2 pitch, and that is low, 2-2. Is he going to lose him? A 2-2 counts as 0-2 to 2-2 with a 2-2 score with two on and two outs. The deuces be wild, ladies and gentlemen. The deuces be wild. All right, here comes the 2-2 pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball through the left side. Kim Hyun Soo will round third. Gu Jauk has a good arm and safe as he just beats the tag. And that'll be a 2-out RBI single as LG takes the lead on the bat of Moonbo Young once again as he comes up. Kim Hyun Soo does not run particularly well, but he obviously was off on any sort of contact. Rounded third. The throw from Gu Jauk was up the line a little bit. Otherwise, he might have had him. But again, now you've got runners on, I'm going to guess, first and third. Still waiting to see. I don't know where Austin went. Nope, Austin is going to be over at first and second. So 3 goes from oh no, my button's not working again. There we go. All right. Yeah. Fouls that one away, and it's 0-2 now. Oh, Ojiwan double in his first at bat, but then was picked off over at second base. Started to run to third with the ball still in the pitcher's hand. As here comes the 0-2 pitch, and that is fouled away, and it'll stay 0-2. 53 pitches now, 23 in this inning, 10 in the first, 20 in the second, 23 here as he's walked two. And again, last inning, he walked one. That run came around, that walk came around to score. Now, this inning, he's walked two with two outs, and one of them has come around to score. As that is an ugly looking swing as Kang Min Ho gets away from him, but that will be a strikeout. They'll leave two runners on, but they will take the lead on the RBI single from Moonbo Young. Will go to the fourth inning. It's 3-2 LG. Oji had a chance to really start to break the game open. sitting at 54 pitches, 24 in that inning. He does have two strikeouts now, but command issues once again. There are, but there aren't. What I mean by that is it's only from a certain time. I think starting this week, if games are canceled on the weekends, they can have double headers on Sunday, or yeah, I believe on Sunday, or a makeup, maybe a makeup on Monday. And then later on, like during the summer months, they do not do double headers. But then you go back to the fall and you can start to have double headers again. All right. The number four hitter will. I knew that was right. Man, I forgot my deuce is wild. Number two was batting. Thought his number was number two. Oh, man, I feel like an idiot. All right. Yep. Here we go. Im Chong Yu out on the mound now with a lead, and he'll face the number four hitter Kang Min Ho. A sacrifice fly to right field, scored a run in his or RBI in his first at bat, but wasn't an at bat. He fakes the bunts, and it is a ball. Just missed the strike zone. He might have actually gotten the strike zone if it was the last year's strike zone, as it's dropped down a bit, and that is outside, and now it's 2-0. Always have to wonder whenever these pitchers sit for a decent amount of time, they really struggle with command when they come back out. As that is right down the middle, and it's 2-1 now. So Kang Min Ho in his career against Im Chong Gyu is 213. Does have two home runs and seven RBIs, and that's going to be a ground ball. Third baseman grabs it off balance, throws in time. Like to see that. The reason what I'm talking about is the fact that Moon Bo Gyung made the play going, he's going left. If OG Wan would have made that play, he would have been way over by third base by the time he made the throw. Moon Bo Gyung, though, realized who was running, realized, okay, it's Kang Min Ho. He's running. He's not that fast. He regained his balance, set himself, and made the throw. A lot of players in this league will try to make the really off balance throw because they try to rush everything instead of realizing who's up to bat and how much time they have. So Diaz looks at now it's ball one. So that is something that is I look for as somebody who's more of a fundamentally focused guy, as that's something that doesn't happen as Diaz lifts that to right field, but that will be an out, and it's two away. That's going to bring up Kim Ho-gon. Kim Ho-gon flew out to left field in his first at bat back in the first inning. Im Chong-gyu is now retired the last nine batters he faced since the Diaz RBI single back in the first inning. And that is a curveball. It just misses low when it's 1-0. Come on, going 0 for 1. Again, the fly out. Playing in right field. They've been struggling to get right field manned very well, as that is ripped but foul, and it's 1-1. Lots of different people out in right field for Samsung this year, as their offense outside of Daegu is just not good. They have their DH is hitting 160 on the season. They have their third baseman who is also not hitting very well. He's out of the lineup today. They don't really have anybody for right field. Diaz has not been hitting well. EJ Hyun is Kim Sung Yoon in center field are hitting well, but that misses outside, and it's 2-1. And then Kang Min Ho obviously has been hitting well, but outside of that middle area, they don't have a lot of guys that have been hitting well. Even Gu Jauk has been struggling. That is going to be a tough play? Ojiwan tries to barehand it, but that'll go down as an infield single. Uh, Im Chong Gyu wasn't able to make the play off the mound, and because of that, they are going to have a runner on first with 2 outs. Tried to make the barehanded play running in. Don't know if he needed to make the barehand play. It could have easily, I think, had time. And this is what I was talking about earlier with making plays that don't need to be made. As Pak Byung Ho looks at strike one right down the middle. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here comes pitch number 66, 67, which we all know that will be a strike. And nope, not yet, as he checks over on first base and he slides back easily, and it's gonna be another 0-1 pitch. One of these is not like the other. Boosted, you still hanging around in the chat back there? As here comes the pitch, and that is a crushed foul, which is a strike because it's strike on pitch number 67. Just out in front of it, otherwise it would be a 4-3 game. All right, here we go. The 0-2 pitch to Pak Byung Ho. He is 0 for 1 on the day, 6-3 ground outs, and that is way outside. 1-2. All right, the 1-2 pops him up. Pak Dong Wan flips off the mask, but it will get out of play, and we'll have another 1-2 pitch. Im Chong Im Chong Gyu's ERA 1.42 is lower than Pak Byung Ho's batting average of 169. That is not a good thing for either side. All right, here comes the 1-2, and that's going to be a ground ball to the left side. Moonbo Young takes his time, throws across the diamond, and that will be 3 away. They strand another one. They've left 2 on base. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. It's 3-2 LG. They continue to struggle with runners on base. Im Chong Gyu now sitting fairly decent. All right, we've got the bottom of the 4th. As Moon Sung Ju steps in. Little ice cream. Who is this guy? They keep showing him. I don't know who he is. All right, so first pitch is in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-1. So Moon Sung Ju uh, walked in his first at bat, came around to score on the 2-run shot by Pak Dong Wan as that misses outside 1-1. And outside at 2-1. And the 2-1 pitch, that's going to be low, and it's 3-1. Chaewon Tae, he's now thrown 58 pitches, and 34 of them have been balls. 273 against Chaewon Tae in his career, and that's going to be ball four, and he's going to have a leadoff walk here in the bottom of the fourth, as that now is 4 walks for Chaewon Tae as his erratic throws continue here in his fourth game of the season. In his first game, he walked four. His second game, he walked three. His this game, he's walked or third game, he walked five. He's now walked four here. He's running in on walking more than he strikes out. As Pak Dong Wan steps in, a 2-run shot in his first at bat, a swing and a miss there, and it's 0-1. And runs way inside, 1-1 now. 61 pitches for Chaewon Tae with a runner on first and nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth. And there goes. Sets up right down the middle, misses badly in the dirt, but a beautiful block by Kang Min Ho, and it stays over at first as Moon Sung Ju. What the hell? And that is past the diving is shortstop. And now they've got runners on first and second with nobody out, which that probably means it's everybody's favorite time, the bunt. Park Min will step in. He has been struggling on the season. Right back up the middle. The diving shortstop isn't able to make the play. And they've now got runners on first and second. No, he's actually pretty good. He just looks like he got a really bad jump on that. He's definitely one of the better defensive shortstops in the league. All right, so Park Min steps in. It was hit hard. So they are creeping in at the corners for Park Min, and he drops down the bunts. Chaewon Tae will go to first base. They'll move the runners up. So both runners move up. They'll now have runners on second and third with 1 out. And the bottom of the order, Shinmin Jae steps in. Shinmin Jae, a 6-3 ground out in his first at bat, 0 for 1 on the day. And the time is called by Kang Min Ho back behind the plate. And low, and that's ball one. Now it's 65 pitches, runners at the second and third. A single will score two. Is Moon Sung Ju is already halfway to third base as he lifts that one foul. They are showing an overhead view, and Moon Sung Ju is behind the shortstop. As now they're going to show an even better view here. He is halfway to third base as the 1-1 pitch is fouled away, and it's 1-2. If you are not watching this, you've got to pay attention. Oh, that was pitch number 67. That's why it was fouled away. All righty. Here it goes in the dirts. And it's 2-2. Like he is way over there. Like I feel like I would pitch out and sneak the center fielder in to tag him out at second. All right, here comes the 2-2 pitch. That's going to be a ground ball. Second baseman comes home. It doesn't make the catch. That's going to be another run on the fielder's choice. And LG now takes a 4-2 lead. Kang Min Ho is hurt too. Bad throw by the second baseman. So Moon Sung Ju makes the play, makes it home. That puts Pak Dong Won way over at third base, and Shin Min Jae at first. Ouch! Nice cleat into the ankle. Yeah, that was an awful throw. A good throw probably gets him. The backup catcher is warming up, and that might be it for him. And that will be it for him. So Kang Bae Ko will be done, or Kang Min Ho. That is a huge, huge blow to Samsung, as he has really been their only consistent offensive guy. So the backup catcher will now come in, Lee Byung Hyun. So they'll have runners at first and third with just one out. As once again, a walk comes around to score. Hong Chong-gi will step in. I mean, that's a cleat right to the ankle. All right, so Lee Byung-hyun back behind home plate now, and that misses upstairs, and it's 1-0. Hong Chang-gi 0 for 2 on the day. Struck out looking in his first at bat, and a 6-3 ground out in his second at bat. And then he is getting the bats in here for the third time just in the fourth inning. As the 1-0 pitch, that's going to be a ground ball past the right side, and another run is going to come in. And they'll have runners at first and seconds with still just one out. Shewon Tae is struggling mightily against his old team. All right, here we go. Kim Hyun Soo steps in now. He 1-3 ground out and a walk, and that's ball one on the inside. 1-0, 72 pitches now for Chaewon Tae. 18 already in this inning. I believe they're gonna have to get somebody up in the bullpen, as nobody's on third. Here we go, the 1-0, and that's gonna be into center field. Drops in front of the center fielder. Shin Min Jae will round third and come home to score. And once again, another hits, another run, and this game is getting out of hand. Yeah. RBI single once again from Kim Hyun Soo, and that's makes it 5-2. No, sorry, 6-2. My button not working again? And that'll be it for Chaewon Tae. Not the return he was looking for. As we'll take a little bit of a break as we get the new pitcher warmed up. Not the return to Jamshil that he was hoping for. 6-2, 6 hits, 6 runs, 4 walks. 3 of those 4 walks have come home. As this game is starting to get a little out of hand. Iho Song will come out onto the mound. Hate going to your bullpen in the fourth inning. Never a good sign. All right. Again, Iho Song will come in. As far as on base, Kim Yan Soo is going to be at first. Hong Chang Gi over at second base. Austin Dean will step in. He walked in his last at bat. He's 0 for 1 on the day. Flew out to left in his first. Was stranded in the back in just last inning. And again, there's only one out here in the bottom of the fourth with the 2 runners on. They have almost batted around here. Moon Sung Ju led off the inning with a walk, followed by a single by Pak Dong Won. As the 4.70 ERA, Hosang in 9 games, 0-1 on the season, and number 1. And that is first pitch is popped up, center fielder under it, and that will be 2 away. Not a good at bat there from Austin, as he will be the first one to tell you. And he tries to Bo Jackson the bat over his head, but not Bo Jackson. So two away now. Moonbo Young with the go-ahead RBI single back just in last inning. He 1 for 2 on the day. Again, a single in his last at bat with an RBI, then a 5-3 ground out in his first at bat. So third straight inning that he is coming up to bat. And the first pitch, swing and a miss as it drops down below the zone, and it's 0-1. Moonbog Young, 304 with runners in scoring position, 2 home runs, 16 RBIs. He has 19 RBIs on the season, which tells you that, and 4 home runs. So that tells you he only has his 2 solo shots, or sorry, I guess he's got 3 RBIs without runners in scoring position. That is way wide, and it's 1-1 now. Kim Chang-gyu is sitting nicely at 69 pitches through his 4 innings of work. Started out rough, but cleaned it up lately, and that is a strike on the inside corner, and it's 1-2. And fouled away, stays 1-2. And way outside to 2-2. All right, here we go. The 2-2. Those are towels, as that is fouled away also, and it stays 2-2. 2-2, 2 outs, 2 on, 6-2. Yeah, they're just towels. So LG used to be MBC or MBC used to be the team. As here comes the 2-2, a swing and a miss, and that'll be strikeout number 1 for Kim Ho Sung. But they put up another 2 runs on a few hits and a walk. We'll go to the 5th inning. It's 6-2 Samsung. No, I think they're just towels that they wrap up. Maybe I'm wrong. I see so many things that I definitely could be wrong. All right, who's gonna come up to bat? It'll be Anju Hong, the number 8 hitter, hitting his second at bat of the season. Let's see here. Yeah, so there's 2 things. They have like hollow tubes that they use to hit together, and then there's I guess there's also like the blow up. In the U.S. we call them thunder sticks. I don't know what they're called in Korea. That like cheer sticks, I think, is what they call them. It's a different experience, man. as the first pitch is ball as he, I think he fouled it. Oh, they're going to say he didn't swing. Okay, that's what I thought. I thought it was a strike, but now that it's a ball, it's 1-1. You don't stand the whole time. You only stand to cheer when it's your team up, as that's going to be a liner into center field, and he will have himself a leadoff single, first hit of the season for the second baseman. Yeah, not in the KBO, not in Japan, not in Taiwan, not in Asia, and that is low when it's 1-0. Like you can like you don't have to be in that section. You can go sit in like the picnic area and sit and chat and talk as he misses that in one pitch, two balls, and it's 2-1 now. As the slider got the family. And the 1-1 pitch misses outside, 2-1. I enjoy the cheer section. But oftentimes, whenever I go to away games, I don't sit in the cheer section. I sit behind home plates, just because I want to watch the game, as that is filed away and makes it 2-2 now. Jun Byung Woo struck out looking in his first at bats. Don't really need that Jaewon Tae stuff anymore, and here we go. The 2-2 pitch, beautiful curve, but hangs it right to the center fielder, and that's is gonna be one away. They'll flip the lineup back over. Yeah, occasionally when I would go to games, I would buy a regular ticket behind home plate when I just didn't want to deal with it. Uh, but for the most part, yeah, I mean it's so like during the game, I'm talking like during like when like obviously I was going to Hanwha games all the time. As the first pitch is going to be a ground ball, second baseman tosses it underhand, and that'll be two away. So whenever I'm would go to Hanwha games, obviously I have my season ticket in the cheer section. Uh, but and then from there I would oops I would always you know oftentimes I wasn't talking too much. I would just be watching the game, whether Hanwha was batting or whether or not they weren't. Uh, and then there's sometimes where I'm not cheering, like everyone else is cheering. My seat was the very first one on the first front row, first chair, first seat in the cheer section. So I had the a really good view of the game. Is that's going to be a big swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. Uh, so there would be times during the game when I would still be standing in order to see over the other people who were standing, but where I would just be watching the game because it was a crucial part and I wasn't concerned about cheering as the 1-1 catches the bottom of the zone and it's 1-2 now. So EJ Hyun steps in or didn't step in. A single with an RBI with a run scored back in the first, a strikeout in the third. Here in the fifth, he's got a 1-2 count, and that is in the dirt, and it's 2-2 now. But yeah, for the most part, it's fun. It's different. Again, yeah, the quality of play is pretty. I don't want to say it's pretty low, but I mean, considering growing up watching MLB, the quality of play is pretty low compared to that. So you got to do, it adds something to the game. Is that is lifted foul, and we'll have another pitch. So I like it. It's fun. It's a good way for me to. A lot of it is I get to practice my Korean because I'm singing in Korean, and it's a good way for me to practice saying things and speaking faster and stuff like that. Is he pops that one Austin giving chase right by the bullpen, and he jumps, but it'll be a little bit too deep into the bullpen, and we'll have another 2-2 pitch. Alrighty, and that misses upstairs, 3-2 now. And you got a runner over at second base who singled and then moved over on the ground outs. EJ Hyun getting his second full count of the day. He singled in his last one. And that is ball four as he is going to be on base for the second time today. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like well, for me, I would feel weird because I don't know. I don't like relying on or asking people to translate or do anything like that. So, learning the language is pretty important to me, especially. No, I mean, I don't know, man. It's difficult to say. All right, here comes Gu Jauk, who swings at the first pitch. That's gonna be right to Pake Min, and that will be three away. They leave two more on base. They've left four on now. As we will go to the bottom of the fifth, it's 6-2 LG. Or the 0 for 3 with runners on base, 0 for 1 or 0 for 1 with runners in scoring position. Kim Chong Gyu now he's sitting at 89 pitches, 19 pitches in that inning. I have to think that he is 안녕하세요. 구자욱, yeah. Kugu. Oh, yeah. 89, 80, 88 pitches through 5 innings. I don't know if he would come back out or not. I wouldn't take him back out with a 4-run lead, but that's me, and I'm definitely not a KBO manager because I understand analytics and statistics and how bunting all the time is stupid. All right, we should be back. Gujauk again, rounded out there. They'll have LG will have the number 5 hitter, OG1, leading things off here in the bottom of the fifth. Yeah, they're talking to him, telling him. So OG1, 1 for 2 on the day. He doubled in his first at bat, and that pitch is way over the head of every single person in attendance, and want to know. So OG1 doubled in his first at bat, then was picked off, then struck out with runners on base in the third to end the third, and that's in there for strike, and it's 1-1 now. Not a good day. Again, the double, yes, but then he got picked off at second, which would have been a run, as Pak Dong-won ended up hitting a 2-run shot instead of a 3-run shot in the inning, as that misses upstairs too, and it's 2-1 now. 안녕하세요. King LG. And here comes the 2-1. Misses upstairs, and it's 3-1 now. I've been wondering where all the LG fans are. Samsung needs to hit with runners on base. And the 3-1, that is lifted high, but it's foul, and it'll be 3-2. 주자 타격율 너무 낮아요. 잘못 차요. 네, 대구밖에 삼성 오펜스 없어요. As that is fouled out of play, and it'll stay 3-2. No, Samsung has can't hit with runners on base, and on top of that, yeah, Samsung today in the first inning, 2 for 3 with runners on base, but then 0 for 4 after that, 1 for 1 with runners in scoring position, and 0 for 1 after that. So they once they get runners on, they can't hit. It was the same thing in the KT game that I covered on Sunday. They get runners on and they just can't hit. But here comes the 3-2 pitch, and that is going to be ball 4. And LG will have the leadoff batter on base once again as OG1 walks to put a runner on. And this will be the second. I thought they had the leadoff runner in on base earlier, but they did not. Samsung's offense has just been off. Outside of Kang Bae Ko and Kim Sung Yoon, they just have not had anybody on offense. Moon Sung Ju steps in. He's looks at ball 1, and he's been looking at balls all day because he has walked in both of his at bats and scored in both of his at bats. All right, so here comes the 1-0. Misses up high, and it's 2-0. Moon Sung Ju always looks like he's like super afraid to hit. Like he's like this, and then his leg is like shaking. Some of these batting stances in the KBO, I'm just like, wow. All right, here comes the 2-0 pitch, way up high, 3-0. Again, he walked in the second inning, came around to score. Walked in the fourth inning, came around to score. He's now got a 3-0 count here in the fifth inning. He is going to be on base 3 times without ever having to swing the bat. Hitting a 500 with runners on base on the season. No runners on, and he's hitting 250. I think those are towels. All right, to the 3-0, and that misses up high, ball 4. Wow. That's how many walks now? 6 walks now for LG. As, and that's going to bring up a Pak Dong Won. He is 2 for 2 on the day, and that is way up high once again. And they will go out and have a little chit chat, a powwow, a little afternoon conversation. The thing is he has pitched so many games this month. So he's pitched in 9 games, but yeah, last year was bad too. But Iho Song is just being used so much. Like how many like I know this is his 10th game, but looking back, he's been in, since the 5th. This is his 6th game. As here comes the 1-0 pitch, and finally a strike, ladies and gentlemen. 1-1 now. All right, the 1-1 pitch, and runs inside, and it's 2-1. She's looking for a Im Changyu. Nangman Tusu Im Changyu. All righty, here we go. A 2-1 pitch. Sets up on the outside corner. Misses badly, and that is gonna be a goodbye. Home run number 2. This time a 3-run shot. As he is another huge swing as he hung that curveball over the middle of the plate. And this game is pretty much over. Is that they're saying it's a four-seam fastball. It looked like a curveball just hung over the middle of the plate. All right. Well, that pretty much ends the game, I think, at 9-2 here in the bottom of the 5th, and that's in there for a strike. 9-2 LG. 24 pitches. At this point, definitely don't need to send Im Chang-gyu back out there, as Park Hae-min is going to be a ground ball. Pitcher is going to grab it, throws over to first, and 2 away. Was it a fastball? Oh, it was a fastball. He just looked like he just hung up there. I thought it was a curveball. It didn't curve. All right, here comes Shin-Min Jae. Looks at strike 1 at the bottom of the zone. Shin-Min Jae reached on a fielder's choice in his last at-bat, an RBI. Came around to score a run. 6-3 in his other at-bat, 0 for 2 on the day. And that is a swing and a miss, and it's 0-2 in this at-bat. Man, the tune, man, outside looking, and that will be out number 2. 3 pitches, 3 strikes. Yeah. 한국말 해요. 근데 한국어 표현하면 괜찮아요? All right. Apparently there was a strike somewhere. Maybe he was late getting in. I don't know. But so that is going to be a ball, and Hong Chang-gi steps in. He's 1 for 3 on the day. He's been this is his 3rd straight inning up. He's got an RBI single in his last at bats, and the 1-1 pitch upstairs, 2-1 now. And I don't know where the strike came from because they didn't show it. But 31 pitches now for Iho Song. ERA is ballooned up to 7, 263 on the season for Hong Chang-gi, as that catches the top of the zone, and it's now 2-2. And did he go around? I think he did. No. Wow. Hong Chang-gi thought he went around too because he started to head back to the dugouts, but That is going to run the count full. Second full count of the inning for LG. They walked in the other one, third of the day, and that is going to be a liner to Gujauk, who jumps to make the catch. And we will take a little bit of a break. I'll be back in just a few. Refill your beverages and all of that stuff. And we'll be back. It's all LG. All right, so we are coming back. I see if nope, Im Chang Yu is still out there on the mound. Thought maybe he might not come back out. Lee Byung Hyun will get his first at bat of the day. Again, he took over for Kang Min Ho after he got cleated by Moon Sung Ju. So now LG again. Samsung went up 2-0 early in the top of the first, but 9 unanswered runs by LG, which is basically off of the bat of Pak Dong Hwan is that just misses the top of the zone, and it's 1-0 now. No, 89 pitches now for Im Chong Yu. I'm really surprised that he's back out there. A swing and a miss there. Nah. And the 1-1 is that is low and fouled out of play, 1-2. But he's still young, right? He isn't he very young? Yeah, 99. Uship Gusing. as that is going to be a liner over the shortstop, and they'll have a base runner, a very, very important base runner, as he is going to find himself on base with a leadoff single. Might have to end up having him play catcher, and then Kang Min Ho take some reps at DH to get Pak Byung Ho out of the lineup. Yeah. All right, that's going to bring up Diaz. Diaz can put one over the wall very quickly. Oh, here we go. Is outside. There's Hanwha's former cheerleader, So Young, Su Young, something I don't know. Is Diaz rips that, but Hong Jong Gi will make the catch, and that will be one away. Absolutely ripped, but Hong Chong Gi got twisted a little bit, but was able to make the play, and it's one away now. 94 pitches for Im Chong Gu. They're looking to get him out of this inning and get him a little quality starts. Didn't start well, but it's fine now. Kim Hun Gon steps in now. He is 1 for 2 on the day, singled in his last at bats, and looks at strike one. 0-1. All right, here comes the 0-1 pitch. Off the handle, but Austin making the and he drops it, and he short armed it, and that will be an error. He slowed down, didn't, and kind of short armed it, as that's going to be a little bloop as a pocket mean under it, and that will be 2 away. And only one extra pitch, but obviously that'll eat up at Austin for a while, as should have easily been able to catch that. Pak Byung Ho and now steps in. Pak Byung Ho 0 for 2 on the season, or on the day. He has not had a good season, averaged down into the 160 mark. He's got to come out of the lineup. I don't know why Samsung keeps leaving him in the lineup. Is that's going to be a swing and a miss? Nah. 아니요, 못 차요. 올해 박병호 안타 아마 11개 홈런. There we go. Park Byung-ho with a single, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. Park Byung-ho remembered how to hit, as they've now got runners on first and second. 네. 근데 삼진 너무 너무 많아요. All right, An Ju Hyung steps in. He is 1 for 2 on the day. Park Byung Ho is in the dirts, and it is 100 pitches now. And no, they're not gonna make it all red and flashy, but so I won't either. All right, 100 pitches. Here comes pitch number 101 as An Ju Hyung looks at strike one on the inside, 1-1. 네. 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 넥슨에서 미네소타 아마 2016년 16년? 네. All And a swing and a miss, and that will be the end of his day. Im Chong-gyu with pitch number 103 gets the strikeouts. They leave 2 more on. They've left 6 on, and we will go to the bottom of the 6th. It's 9-2 LG. 네, 제가 2014년 한국에 왔어요. 그래서 그때 박병호 대 테임즈 아, MVP. All right, who is going to be up here? Let's see. The number two hitter, Kim Hyun Soo, will lead off the bottom of the sixth for LG. 네, 얼마나 동안 기다려요? 왜 항상 기다려요? All right, is Iho Sung still out there? Very surprising. Iho Sung, 34 pitches. They're just going to run him into the ground, I guess, as Kim Chang Gyu will be done for the day. 6 walks, 7 hits, 9 runs as Kim Hyun Soo steps in 1 for 2 on the day. Number 2-2, and that is ball 1. So a 1-3 ground out in the first. 네. 왜 아직 사용해요? 왜? That's in there for a strike, and it's 1-1 now. Yeah, very good, man. And the 1-1 is low, 2-1. But LG, today, Hernandez is out for at least 6 weeks. Hernandez Busong runs inside at 3-1 now. Lead off. The last 2 innings have been leadoff walks, and then it just unraveled. The walks have been the killer. The walks are starting rallies for LG today. And here comes the 3-1 pitch. And that's going to be ball 4 for the 3rd straight inning. They've had the leadoff batter on base via the walk. Young Chung Jo warms up. J-Ball! J-Ball! All right, here comes, and that's a pitch to Austin that is up high, and it's now 1-0. And that's ball 2. 0 for 2 on the day for Dean. He flew out to left in his first at bat, walked in his second, then flew out to right or to center in his third. And here that's going to be a ball 3. As might as well not even attempt to swing here. The mom and boy are not looking entertained with this 3-0 pitch. And that's going to, just gets the piece of the top corner. And that will be 3-1 now. I think Iho's son's problem is that his pants are too short. I think that's what it is. His pants are just too short. That's why he can't pitch. And here it comes, and that will be ball four. And just like that, they've got runners on first and second with nobody out once again, as they will finally go change the picture. The slow walk by the pitching coach. We'll have ourselves a pitching change here. Maybe we'll get somebody that can throw a strike. As the pitching coach could not walk any slower. We can literally clock him with a sundial. He is so slow. Elsewhere around the league, while we wait for a new pitcher, is Hanwha is up 5-2 with a runner on first. Nobody out in the top of the seventh. KT still up 2-0 against Kia. Then down in Sajik and Busan is Lote's up 6-0 against Kium. Barnes having a much better outing today. 6 innings so far with 2 hits, 9 strikeouts, much more in line with his previous years. As Lote has racked up 13 hits, while Reyes has a 0. He's leading the league in hits, but he's got none today. Only one in that lineup without a hit. Hanwha up 5-2 as they put up 4 back in the fourth inning. And they're wanting to add some more. No Shiwan with a 2-run shot, and Chan Song looks like his first home run of the season. Florial extends his hit streak, but Wang Young Mook 0 for the day. Kim Guan Yun, a rough day, 74 pitches in 5 innings, but gave up 7 hits and 2 homers. We should be just about back. Yang Chol Sup will be the man on the mound. So let me get to that changed. Yang Chang Sup. A 7.71 ERA, 4 games, 1-0, 2 1/3 innings, a 364 batting average against. Not a pretty thing, as that just catches the inside corner, and it's 0-1. Moonbo Young steps in. He is 1 for 3 on the day with an RBI single. He has the current game winner. And that is going to be a right back up the middle, and he will hold him over at third. And just like that, they've got the bases loaded with nobody outs. Bases loaded, nobody out. OG Juan steps in. How many pitches? How many? But he's only thrown 2 1/3 innings. All right. OG Juan, a chance to add to the LG lead. And that misses outside. 1-0. All right, here comes the 1-0 pitch, and that is lifted into a center field. That should score a run. He doesn't have much of an arm, but they will go to third. And that'll be a 1 run in. And here in the bottom of the 6th is they add to their lead. OG Wan with a sacrifice fly, and that will bring in Kim Yun Soo. So 1 away now, and that will bring up Moon Sung Ju, who has himself 3 walks and 3 runs scored in today's game. He has walked all 3 at bats. the shaken leg, and here comes the pitch, and that's ball one. All right, to the 1-0 pitch. All right, here we go. Moonsung Ju, the 1-1 count, and that misses outside. He is walked in all three of his at bats this year with runners on first and second. He is hitting 1,000, 2 for 2 with an RBI on the season. In his career, he's hitting 500 against this pitcher, and that is fouled straight back, and 2-2 now. All right, here comes the 2-2 pitch. Sets up on the inside corner and fouls out of back once again, and it'll stay 2-2. All right, let's try this again. Another 2-2 pitch, or sets up down the middle again and misses badly, and it's 3-2. Second full count of the day for Moonsong Ju. And that is in the dirt, and he walks for the fourth time today. Ridiculous. Fourth time today he has walked, ladies and gentlemen. That is what you call a good eye. 4 walks. He's scored on all three times as Pak Dong Wan steps in. Pak Dong Wan already a single, a run scored, a 2-run shot, a 3-run shots, and here we go. Misses upstairs, ball one. 3 for 3 on the day, a 2-run shot, a 3-run shot, sandwiched around a hits. And he's got a chance to really, as that is upstairs, and it's now 2-0. Big time here. He's got 6 grand slams in his career, and here comes the 2-0 outside, and it's 3-0. He's got to get something to hit. They don't throw him something over the plate. He's got no chance. Is he gonna get the green light here? I give him the green light. If I'm the coach, yeah, it's a 3-0 pitch, 3-0 count. You got the green light, man. All right, here we go. The 3-0 count. They gave him the green lights, but he popped it up. Gujauk is running in. That might be trouble. Makes the catch as Austin is going to have to hold up. And that will be 2 away now. The bases are still loaded. That was a difficult play as they were way back for him. Pak Min will step in now. He's 0 for 2 on the day. All right, Pak Min steps in, a 1-3 ground out in his last at bat, a 4-3 and back in his first at bat. So he had a sacrifice bunt, but that's going to be a ground ball past the diving second baseman. One run is in. The 2 runs are in, and that is going to be another big dagger as the good Lord. Like, I don't even know what to say. A good Lord. Did Moon Sung Ju go to third? I think. Make it stop. Is that everybody? No. Moon, yeah, he did go to third. As that's going to be a ground ball. Diaz makes the play. They'll strand a 2, but not before they get themselves more runs, ladies and gentlemen. More. We'll go to the 7th inning. It's 12-2. And not particularly a good game. As they, again, stranded 2 more. Walks. I like your thinking. Well, again, so back in the 2nd inning, they had 2 outs, and then they walked Moon Sung Ju, and they scored 2 runs. Then the next inning, they had 2 outs again, and then 2 walks and an RBI single. Then the next inning, they walked the leadoff batter and the next batter, and then a 3-run homer. Then the next inning, they walked the first 2 batters, and both of them came home to score. Basically, if they're giving up a walk, that walk ends up coming around to score. So, E.G. Gong will take over for Im Jang Ju. As I imagine this is the time when it is pretty much going to be the extras. So E.G. Gong takes over out there on oh, 5 games, 0-0, 8 2/3 innings, 1 hold, 172 batting average against, 2 walks, and 9 strikeouts, leading things off for Samsung will be the number 9 hitter. And first pitch is a swinging strike, and it's 0-1. So, Jun Byung-woo. And that's outside, 2-1. And a swing and a miss there, and that's 2-2 now. And a swing and a miss comes in 1K, 1 batter, 1 out. Now we'll go back to the top of the lineup for Samsung. Not even. All right. Now we'll have a pinch hitter here. All right. So we got a pinch hitter here in the dirts, and that's 1-1 now. Yeah, I saw he finally got a hit. Soo-ho, his first at bats of his career. And they're fouled away, and it's 1-2 now. Yeah. Uh-huh. And here comes the 1-2 pitch. And it's going to be a ground ball. Austin makes the play, tosses to the pitcher, and that will be 1-2 away. Just nothing going for Samsung. I mean, Austin making the play over there down the line. All right, EJ Hyun steps in and he looks at a beautiful curveball in the outside corner, and it's 0-1. They still up 5-2. And here comes the 1-1 pitch, and that's upstairs 1-1. I saw it was 5-2 with the bases loaded and Florial was up. And then the 1-1 pitch, low and outside at 2-1. Oh, of course. All right, the 2-1 pitch, and that is lifted into left field. Is it going to get down and foul? 2-2. Hanwha's going to find themselves in the playoffs. As, yeah, Samsung is going to lose this game. Hanwha would win. They would be a half game behind Samsung. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, right. Yeah, and I didn't think SSG was that good. And here comes the 2-2. Is that is going to be lifted to the left fielder under it, and that will be 3 away. Somebody in left is nuts, so that is Song Chan in left field, and we will go to the bottom of the seventh. It is all. Hey, get over here. It is all LG. Hope so. 홈런이나 삼진밖에 못해요. There we go. No. Again, we did have some substitutions. So Song Chani is now in left field. All right, so we'll have Hong Chang Gi leading things off for LG. We'll see how long some of these guys stay in. And I'm going to guess that we have some changes, some substitutions, as the Samsung fan in the middle of the LG fans is not enjoying his afternoon or his evening. What is taking so long? At least you're not in the middle of a bunch of LG fans. So there's a bunch of changes. I'm not sure what they are yet. They haven't shown them. So all right, Hong Chang Gi will step in, and he looks at ball one, and it's 0-1 or 1-0. Yeah. All right, here comes the 1-0 pitch. Almost hits him, and it's 2-0. Can we please get an update? Like they haven't even shown it on the screen. They said it, they announced it, but I can't move that fast. All right, the 2-0 pitch, swing, and I might have got a piece of it into the mitts, but it's still 2-1. Yeah, go fight him. All right, here comes the 2-1. And catches the inside corner, and it's 2-2. Hong Chang-gi, 1 for 4 on the day. A strikeout look and a 6-3 ground out, a RBI single, and a fly out to left in his last at bats. Fifth time he has been up today, and here comes the 2-2 as he swings at the pitch on the ground. And the 2-2 now fouls that off of his foot, so right to the first baseman, but we'll have another one. Did he not hit? Did he not hit a homer? He was tired. Probably first triple of his life. I still want to see how he got a triple. All right, here comes the 2-2 pitch. Sets up on the outside, and it is still outside, and that'll be 3-2 now. Second straight full counts for Hong Chang Gi. The fifth of the day for LG. Here we go. 3-2 pitch. And that chopped foul, and it's gonna stay 3-2. Okay, I say I know he's not a big threat to get him. Let's see, he has 5 in his career. He must have had something, some pure speed somewhere. As here comes the 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and that'll go down as a strikeout. And one away now. Because yeah, in 2013 he had one, 2014 he had two, 2015 he had one, and then 10 years later he gets another one. None of the games, one of the games is that is up high. Want to know Song Chani taking his first at bat of the day. Yeah, sounds like it. 2000. So up until 2018 was the last year of the juiced ball. They changed the ball for 2019 as the 1-0 pitch and swing and a miss, and that is way outside, and it's 1-1. So I feel like the last year they had the juiced ball, and then this year they took it away, and suddenly offense is way down. Yes, here comes the 1-1 pitch. That is going to be ripped into right field, but it'll go foul. Almost hits the ball boy as he runs into the ball. 1-2. Feel like the KBO last year was like, oh man, we can't afford all these baseballs. we gotta go back to a different ball. All right, here comes the 1-2 pitch. Swing and it chops it foul is way in the other batter's box, and it's gonna be stay 1-2. Yeah, torpedo bats. I'm gonna order one, man. I am gonna order one. All right, here comes the 1-2 pitch. That's up on the outside. Puts the glove way down, and he pops him up. And will he get out of play? Third baseman and the catcher both running after it, but just out of it. Yeah. Lots of changes for Samsung. I'll try to get him in here. All right, so 1-2 pitch once again. And first baseman under it, and that'll be 2 away. That will bring up Austin. Austin, surprisingly, is one of the few guys that don't have any hits today. The manager for LG is practicing his golf swing since he's going to be suspended soon. Austin looks at the ball one low, 1-0. Trying to get and a swing and a miss there, and it's 1-1. All right. The lineup is correct now, as that's going to be a ground ball. Third baseman grabs it, throws across the diamond, and that's will be 3 away. 1-2-3 goes LG for the first time since the first inning, ladies and gentlemen. We will go to the eighth inning. It's all LG. 100% LG. 120% LG. All right, I got to try to get the rest of this fixed here. Gujaluk is done. That brings in Yu Jung Lin in spots. DJ Hyun is also done. That brings in Yang Do Gun. Diaz is done. Kim Young Un. Kim Ha Gon. Yuji Chuck. All right. So, got all of the lineup is changed. Now I got to get. No. All right. So, we're back. Top of the eighth. All right. Oh, Park Sung Hyun out on the mound. I'll get that also changed as I am rushing around now. Just so many changes. I don't know if I can keep up with this. Sorry, guys. Fake. Who's pitching? Fake Sung Hyun on the mound. And that is in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. Whew. All right, the 0-2 here. And catches him looking at the top of the zone. And one away. And that's going to bring up Lee Byung Hyun. Oops, wrong side. And that is in the dirts. 1-0. Yet I'm trying to get all these things changed around. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. Another 3. It looks like both games are getting out of control. And that is in there for a strike. 1-1 now. Here. He is now playing short. Chan Byung over to first base. All right. I got Samsung's all fixed. There we go. Is that one is way up high, 2-2 now. All right. I know there's a lot of changes also for LG. I'll do my best to get them changed also. I don't know why. The game's almost over. And here comes the swing. Pops him up. Center fielder under it. And that's will be away. All right, let's see what LG did here. So, Ubon Hyuk is now batting as second. First. And in there for a strike on the outside corner. No, Gubon Hyuk. Young is batting third. And the 0-1 catches the inside corner, and it's 0-2. Beautiful pitches here. Is Kim Young-un hitting at 280 on the season, but he is a guy that is going to strike out a lot. And here comes the 0-2, and that fouls it away and stays 0-2. And a swing and a miss on a pitch in the dirts, and the throw down to first in time. And that will end the 8th inning for Samsung. 1-2-3. They go once again, and we will go to the bottom of the 8th. It's LG, and they're playing against another team that hasn't shown up. All right. Let's try this again. We're almost done. We've almost got things fixed. Need you. Need you. All right. I think that is fixed. Let's go positions. Ruben Hyuk is playing short. Sung Chan Yi is still in left. Chewan Young is in right. Young Ben is playing first. All right. I think it's all fixed. I think I did it. I think I did it, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Moonbo Young will lead things off here in the bottom of the eighth for LG. 10-2. That's almost as good as 12-2. All right. So it looks like Yang Chang Sup still out there. Moonbo Young steps in. He is, what is he here? 2 for 4 on the day with uh, 2 singles, an RBI, a run scored. It looks at ball one there, and it's 1-0. And the 1-0 pitch way inside almost hits him in the foot, and it's 2-0. All righty, here goes the 2-0 pitch, sets up right down the middle. It's right back up the middle, and he will have himself another single, his third single of the day, as that might be it for him. Nope, he's going to take off his gear, and he's going to run some bases. Ah. Lots of new faces out on the field. And let's see. Ojiwan is done. So that brings in E Young Ben here, like I have on your screen, as he first pitch is swinging. And that is just going to get foul. And it's 0-1. And he's got to get himself some more spray, a new bat or something. Getting a 0 on the season. Does have a run scored, though. All right, here we go. The 0-1 pitch, pitch number 40 for the reliever, sets up right down the middle, and he hits it right down the middle, but popped foul as Kim Young-un under it, and that will be 1 away. That brings up a Moon Sung Ju. Moon Sung Ju on base all 4 times today, but he has no hits. 0 for 0 on the day with 4 walks and 4 runs scored, as he swings and fouls that one away, and it's 0-1. I've never seen somebody walk all 4 plate appearances, and we're going to get a chance to see somebody walk all 5. As here comes the 0-1 pitch. Sets up right down the middle, and that is going to be ball 1. Cannot say that he swings at bad pitches, ladies and gentlemen, as anybody who walks 4 times in one game. Lovely, lovely stat for your old on base percentage. Yes, here comes the 1-1 pitch. Sets up down the middle once again. He fouls off ball 2, and it's 1-2 now. righty, here we go. The 1-2 pitch. That's right back up the middle. Shortstop grabs it, tosses the second baseman to first, and that will go with a inning double play. We'll go to the ninth. Samsung only needs 10 runs, ladies and gentlemen. They only need 10 runs. That's it. Just 10. That's all they need, ladies and gentlemen. Easy peasy. Crazy is all this run scoring, and yet it is still not even going to run a 3-hour game. So KT got blanked 1-0 yesterday. They come back and win 3-0 today. As Owan Suk picks up the win for KT. Hanwha currently up 10-2 with runners on first and third in the bottom of the eighth with one out for SSG. And then looks like Lotes was up 6-0, but it's the Kiums crawled back. It is now 6-4 in the bottom of the eighth. Lotte has to make it interesting. It is one of their rules of their team. And never, ever, ever just have a quick, easy game winner. As SSG has now loaded the bases in the bottom of the eighth with one out. And all right, here we go. Top of the ninth. So AJ June will take over on the mound. AJ June. And first pitch is low, ball one. UG Huck getting his first at bat of the day, a 288 on the season, and he fouls that one away, and it's 1-1. And here comes the pitch in the dirts. 2-1. He has not played in a game since May 10th of 2023. Down the middle, but popped foul, and it'll be 2-2. Got ourselves quite the nail biter today, ladies and gentlemen. Quite the nail biter today. All right, here comes the 2-2 pitch. And he fouls that one away, and it stays 2-2. All right, the 2-2 pitch. Nowhere near a strike zone, and it's 3-2. UG Huck getting his first at bats of the day, and he's already got himself a full count. And that's going to be a single into center field. And just like that, LG's got one of the 10 runs they need on base. That'll bring up a Pak Byung Ho, who finally did have a single in his last at bat, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Pak Byung Ho looks at ball one way up and in, and it's 1 and 0. They only need to bat around twice to take the lead. I've seen crazier things before. As that is a swing and a miss, and it's 1 and 1 now. 152 on the gun. 1 for 3 for Pak Byung Ho. A 6-3 ground out, a 5-3 ground out, and a single in his last at bat. He is somebody who might hit into a double play here. And here comes the nope. That is not going to be a double play. That is going to be a fly ball. But a center fielder grabs it, and that will be one away. Now we've got Anju Hyung stepping in. He's 1 for 3 on the day. Looks like Anderson's thigh is quad muscle, maybe, is what they seem to be massaging. Again, Hernandez taken off the roster, and he is out for at least 6 weeks. As again, Anju Hyung steps in. Ball one to starts here, and the next pitch that's going to be ball two, but it's going to be a ground ball to the first baseman who checks, but then just steps on the bag, and that will be 2 away. Oh, 2 down now here in the top of the ninth. It's 12-2 LG. Samsung needs 10 runs before they get 1 out. Can they do it, ladies and gentlemen? They'll have the bottom of the order, the number 9 hitter coming up. He's got to come up once again if they want to win. And the first pitch is popped up. Second baseman Shin Min Jae under it. And that will end it. They are not able to complete the 10-run comeback. That will be it for us. And Samsung will fall down into maybe 5th place, depending on how the rest of the games end. So, yeah. Samsung was leading at one point in this game. They were up 2-0. A big first inning for Samsung. A single, a double, a sacrifice fly, and then a single put them up 2-0. But after that, it did not get any better. They had 5 hits for the rest of the game, including that single there in the ninth inning from Yuji Hyuk. So really not a good outing, not a good series, not a good time to be a Samsung fan or a Samsung player. That is their 4th straight loss. They are dropping from up into 2nd place, and now they will drop down into, I believe, 5th, depending on how the Lotte game turns out. If Lotte ends up winning, Lotte would not pass them. So Samsung is going to be in 4th place in a theoretical tie with Lotte. The only difference is Lotte's played one more game, but they've tied that extra game. So Hanwha should still win. They're up 10-4 in the top of the ninth, getting ready to bat in the top of the ninth. They did just give up 2 runs in the bottom of the 8th, but KT wins 3-0. Samsung, I don't know where they're at. Again, they struggle to score runs outside of Daegu. This is a team that's built a home run or nothing team. They just cannot get extra base hits. They cannot string singles together. They're a team that's got to hit home runs to get a single and hope for a home run. Chaewon Tae is his return to LG, not very good. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, so the LG is currently the best team in the league. They've been the best team in the league the entire season. They can just score a lot of runs. Kia last year, their big advantage was they didn't have great pitching. They had really top end good pitching. But they could just score so many runs. LG has last year they scored a lot of runs too, This year, they can just put runs together. They don't strike out a lot, which is a huge, huge thing. They're teams that put the ball in play, make the other team make plays. They're the teams that they're like, okay, well, you have to throw us strikes. We're not going to swing at a bunch of bad pitches. And because of that, they walk so much, and then they get singles with a runner, two runners on that have been on via the walk. Uh, so yeah, LG is such a tough team. They are going to now have to deal with the fact that they're going to be down to four pitchers or four starters. They're going to have to find a fifth starter somewhere. Uh, as again, I'm sorry, I'm just watching OG1 get picked off at second base. But they do have the manager who runs out of runs into outs every single game. So and makes bad bunt decisions, but they all make bad bunt decisions. So LG gets the win. Not any doubt after the about the fourth inning, it just became just a blowout. Chewante on his return back to LG again. He was with LG last year on his return, 3.1 innings, 73 pitches, uh, six hits, one home run, but four walks. Gave up six runs, and then the bullpen gave up 5 runs and 1 run for the next two guys. Im Chang Gyu did not start out the game well. First inning, 26 pitches in that first inning, gave up those 2 runs. That equals his total that he's given up in his other three starts combined. So not a good start for him, but settled down 18, 11, 15, 19, and then I believe 15 in his sixth inning to give him 103 pitches, 6 innings, 103 pitches, 7 hits, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts, 2 runs, both of them earned. So obviously he gets the win. LG the LG bullpen came in and not their top guys in the bullpen, yet they came in and they shut down Samsung. Samsung's offense is in complete disarray at this point. They got no hit yesterday. They scored 2 runs today. Over the weekend, they got swept by KT in those 2 games. Uh, and then the SSG series, they did win 2 of those games, but SSG again, I don't think is nearly a playoff team. Again, they were my pick to finish second to last in the league, just above QM. So that's it for me for today. Thank you guys for tuning in. I will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow will be Hanwha versus SSG. It should be Yuhan Jin on the mound versus Mitch White. Mitch White should be making his KBO debut next year. So thank you guys for tuning in. I will be back tomorrow. Once again, same time, same place. And as always, until next time.